Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode today here on the Growing Green Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I'm super excited to come to you today with another fresh new episode for your Monday. Welcome to another Marriage Monday. Another week's gone by. Another week in the books. Time is absolutely flying. I think I say that every week on Mondays now.
It is.
Time is absolutely flying. Welcome to the show.
Yep.
Welcome to our beautiful co-host, Savannah's here with us again for another week. And how you feeling? You feeling good?
Oh, yeah.
You're like coming
a little tired,
out. I mean,
but yeah.
We're coming up on 8 weeks.
I know.
Postpartum, like.
I know.
You're moving and grooving.
I know. Somebody looked at me today and was like, "Do you feel more like yourself?" And I was like, "Honestly, yeah, a little bit."
Yeah.
But a little bit more every day. It gets harder and easier every day. Make that make sense.
How could you explain postpartum to someone who's never had a kid?
There's no explaining it. It's like, first of all, it's really hard to explain because it's a different experience for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's tough. Like, there's no right or wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone experiences it differently. So many factors go into play with it, too. You know, like your experience with your baby. Is it your first baby? You know, are you going back to work? Are you not going back to work? How is your mental health? Do you have any,
I think, well, we've talked about
imbalances?
We've talked about it this go around. I think so much goes in. We're not going to dive into postpartum today. Welcome to the show if you've never listened before. But so much goes into it is breastfeeding, I think. Like, we've talked about that.
We've talked about that.
Like, I think that's
not everyone feels that way, but yeah.
I think that has a huge impact. That I don't know how people could really deny that.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
That has a huge impact, both positively and I think negatively sometimes.
It can be negative. It's hard. It's very hard. Like, it is not. I don't feel like there's enough. Maybe first time moms, at least my friends that are becoming first time moms, I don't feel like are adequately prepared for like how difficult it can
what
be.
It is, yeah.
And I don't want not in a way that it should scare them, but just to prepare them, because a lot of people just their knowledge of it going into it as the first time, mom is like, oh, you just, put the baby on and they eat. And then that's, whatever.
But not all the stuff that comes with it.
Yeah. Or like that's not always the case for everybody. That the baby just latches and everything's fine and dandy and whatever. So yeah, for me, that had a major impact with Jack. And then I kind of just decided from the get-go that was not the route we were going to go. And I do think that has made a difference for me personally. In a very positive manner. Yes.
So
I don't know. Part of me thinks that because we didn't even really let it be an option. Like, I didn't really, I guess you can't really stop the milk, like, because it has to come in. So you can't stop it, but I did not encourage it in any way. Yeah. Like, as soon as it was there, I was like, yeah, no. Like, I did the things to get it to go away. Dry up, whatever. And so I think, I don't know how all this works, but I think that has helped my hormones a little bit, like maybe start to level out a little bit faster. I know that there's some like science or whatever that doesn't happen until maybe like a year postpartum. Like, not everything is totally back to normal. But I do feel a little more myself much faster than I do with Jack. But I also think that's partially to do with how
there's that you get into that, it goes into you've done it before, you're not stressed. No. There's so many things that go into that.
All I was gonna say was I think that's partially due to how much we have continued to just keep going in life and gotten out and, tried to get back to what life was like before Tate, like in a healthy way.
Yeah.
But we've just kind of kept rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
So
if you've ever listened to the show, we have an 8-week-old. Welcome in.
He'll be 8 weeks on Wednesday.
8 weeks on Wednesday, and a 2.5-year-old named Jack. And things got exciting with Jack, didn't it?
Did they?
They did. So if we've talked about on the show, we've talked about it probably both times. Jack has this thing of like he likes to get her when you're not here.
Yes. We've
only had two instances in his 2.5 years that were like even really somewhat scary until the third.
Yeah, 3 was today.
We will discuss the third.
Yeah. Anytime Jack has been like hurt in a way that's like concerning.
Yeah.
It's just he and Jeremiah, and I'm not here.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, what are you doing
over
to
3.
him?
The first time he was a baby.
He was a baby.
He rolled off the couch.
I was at work when this happened. And
he was fine.
Me.
If that was Tate now, I would have been like, yeah, you're fine. Get up. Like looking back on it when it happened and how it happened.
Tate is 8 weeks old now.
No. I'm saying
Jack was like 5 months.
I'm saying if he was when Tate is to that point, like with a second kid, like I wouldn't be near as worried about it this time.
Oh.
He was fine.
Still okay. The second time was
scary. Second time was scary.
Yeah, I'm so thankful that I didn't see that. He slipped coming out of the shower and hit his head on the tile.
And we have like a raised lip, and it's just straight tile on the edge.
And he hit like the base.
It was like out of a movie, like slipping on a banana peel. Like
he just
both feet up in the air, straight back down.
He
was
head. Just going fast and whatever, and
that was scary.
Hit, like the base of his head, like almost his neck. Yeah. On the, like, where the tile was raised.
He had to have been, like, inches away from breaking vertebrae.
Okay, you got to stop. Because it makes me sick to my stomach to think about how bad that could have been.
Yeah.
He had a massive knot. It was...
Yeah. It immediately went out.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And today was... Today. That's how Jack says today. Today. Yesterday for,
Yeah.
Excellence in broadcasting or whatever you say.
Well, it's not excellence in broadcasting. Now you have to say it.
Anyways, on Sunday, I had a very busy day. We, as a family, had a very busy day. I mean, we got out the door. First of all, let's talk about the first thing that happened. So,
we haven't even debriefed
we
that
can
yet.
talk. We can bring this in and talk about some good marriage stuff here about our reactions to each other at these things that happened, because the first one was my fault 100%, and the second one, I'm not saying it was your fault, but it happened under your supervision, I guess.
Totally not the same, but sure, I'll give you whatever.
Yeah, totally not the same, because one's a car and one's our child.
Well, because one was just like negligence, the other one was not negligence.
It wasn't negligence to leave the net open?
No, it was not negligence. He jumps at the thing closed all the time.
He never will again.
Keep going.
He never will again.
Let's go. Let's talk about yours first.
Something has happened. Okay, we're joking about me being back to normal postpartum. Something has happened to me postpartum. I don't close my car door. I did it twice today. Twice. When I got out at here to come inside and get something, I turned around, like I went back out to the car, and I was like, oh, my door's still open. And then at my mom's.
You would think you would have learned.
And then at my mom's, when I went inside to get the nugget tray, I came back and the door was still open. We're
What's
working on it.
What's it going to take to learn? My goodness.
Apparently, we don't know. We have a very busy day today. We are all going in different directions, whatever. So we're like helter-skelter trying to get dressed, get out the door. And, that's like an Olympic sport now, apparently, with 2 children. You have to start.
We're actually very good at it.
I was going to say that.
We've been more on time and earlier to
Since
literally
having
every
2
event.
kids.
Having 2 kids and
but
having
I
one.
think it's because we actually start getting ready like 3 hours before we need to be there.
Yeah,
but that's
probably.
another thing. So we're, it's getting ready to go. It's about time. So Jeremiah goes to start loading the car with stuff and realizes that a tragedy has occurred. And sometimes we park outside, like if we've got a lot of stuff to carry in, but he has this truck in the driveway, so we couldn't get inside to the basement. So we parked up top. We have had storms like every night for the past
Dumped
week.
rain last night.
Ton of rain.
Dumped rain.
he was out there to find that my car door's been left open.
Not cracked.
No, like wide open.
Fully extended.
And
could not be any more open.
100% rained all last
And
night.
it was the side that the rain blows in on.
Yeah.
Like, the wind was blowing that way.
Yeah. So that happened. And so then we're
by the way, did the sensor go off on the way from your mom's?
I don't remember. I really don't remember. I was dealing with Jack Matt.
I think we have some major damage here, too.
Some major damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so we're like soaking up the water in the floorboard and trying to get the kids in the car for church and moving car seats around because somebody's going to Jeremiah's truck. It was just chaotic. So that happens, and I'm like, oh, frick me. Like, and you know what was so bad? You were so nice and calm about it. It almost made me mad. Not mad, but I was like, it just made it worse. You know, it's like kill 'em with kindness. I was like,
I'm good at that.
Dang it. I was like, because I think what got me, it genuinely, and not to like get super serious, but it genuinely convicted me because I knew that if the roles had been reversed, I would not. Like, I know that I would not have reacted as calmly as you did.
You would have been mad about the car. This situation is what you would have been so not okay with.
Like the chaoticness
the
and the stress of trying to get out the door and when it happened, yes. I agree. The car itself, like, I would have been frustrated, but it happening as we were trying to get out the door and stress and getting dressed, like all of that, that would have been what sent me. You're right. So anyways, that happens and Jeremiah's so nice and whatever. We go to church and we have our day, whatever. He takes one kid, my mom took another kid, and I had 2 baby showers and a small group. Like, I had stuff all day today, and I wasn't planning on doing all of it, but just because, you know.
Little Miss Social Butterfly.
Yeah, well, you know me. Anyways, I had this baby shower I had to be at 1 o'clock. I was supposed to host 2 baby showers today. That was a lot. And then it was up in the air whether or not I was going to go to a small group. Because I was like, I don't know if I want to be away from them that long. You know, that's a lot on you. Whatever. Well, it gets to the baby showers are over. It's dinner time. And by the way, I was like, I did not have a meal today. I like snacked on baby shower food and then realized that whatever. Anyways. I decide I'm leaving the second one, and we had gone back and forth. Like, do I go to the small group? Like, do I not? And, you know, I wanted to go. And Jeremiah's like, no, go. I've got it. We're good. And so I decided to go. I pick up dinner. I get there. I was there like 15 minutes. Like, I was not there. Maybe 20 because I got there a few minutes early to eat. He calls me, and I figured you wouldn't call. Like, this is weird. I saw your name on my watch, and I was like, something's wrong. Like, he wouldn't be calling me.
I was interested to see if you were going to answer. Yeah.
If I was going to, what do you mean? First of all, we hadn't even started. People were still walking in the door. He calls me, and I just felt weird immediately because, like I said, he knew that I was where I was, and he was the one that convinced me to go.
Yeah.
And so I was like, he wouldn't be calling me. Like, if something, I knew it was Jack, too. That was the weird thing. I was like, something, and, you know, this is like happening within a second. Like, all these things are like running through my mind. So I answer, and I don't even know what I said. I don't know if I said what's wrong or like what's up, but you just said, come to your mom's house right now. And I was like, what's happening? And you wouldn't really say anything. You just were like, you need to come. And I was like,
no, I was
what?
telling you. You may have been blocking it out. I told you the whole story.
No, you told me so briefly after I like you were like.
Well, because I was in the middle of trying to keep him still.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot going on.
So he's like, Jack fell off the trampoline. Okay, here's another thing that we're not going to fight about it. You did tell me he fell on the concrete. You've told me
maybe in that instance I did.
You
I
did
just wasn't
because
thinking.
that is what stuck with me, and that is why I was as concerned as I was.
Yeah, maybe I said that. That's not what I meant.
Okay, well that's fine if that's not what you meant, but that is what you said because that freaked me out.
Yeah.
So he tells me in that moment, Jack fell off the trampoline straight on his back onto concrete. Like at least 3.5, maybe 4 feet in the air, straight down on his back onto concrete. And I was like, holy cow. He was like, you need to come. Like, I've already called 911, blah, blah, blah. You know, what he didn't tell me on the phone was what happened after.
Yeah, there was no points in it.
So I immediately, my friends are all like, oh, because I just start throwing my food away and picking up my stuff, and I just walk to the door with it. Like, they can hear me on the phone with you, like, saying, like, what's wrong? Like, is he crying? Like, is he moving? You know, like, whatever. And so I just hung up the phone, and I was like, Jack fell off the trampoline, or you told me you'd call 911. You said the paramedics were on their way. You should come. And so I was like, okay. You know, I threw everything away, got in the car, told them bye, got there. The paramedics barely beat me there. And I was like 15 minutes away, I guess, at that point.
Yeah.
So they got there. They checked him out, which, by the way, he was crying. Like, he was, you know, moving extremities, whatever. His vitals and stuff looked fine. We
haven't even talked about what happened.
That's what I said. I did say he fell off the trampoline on his back.
Yeah, but you got to give some context.
Apparently, I wasn't there.
We were out there playing. He was just a little.
You said y'all had just gotten out there too.
Oh yeah, we just got out there. He made like 2 laps on the trampoline. He was having a great time. He was running in circles, and I was pushing him inside the net. Like, I was standing on the outside net, like pushing him back.
Oh. And
he ran past me, and his momentum carried him through. It literally just happened to.
You pushed him?
No, just where we were. He just like got past, and then his momentum carried him through the net. Just like he just kept on going.
So like, oh my god!
And it was like slow motion. I was standing right there watching, and he landed on like the padding where the springs are. Mm-hmm. He like landed there and then slid off from that. And
why am I getting sick to my stomach?
And it was weird. And he went like half back, half side. Onto the rocks, he did not go on the concrete.
So my parents, there is concrete right there.
Right next to the
river
concrete.
rock
Yeah.
meets concrete.
Correct. And he landed on the rock. But then this was all within no joke 30-second period. Like, it felt like eternity, but 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Picked him up, like yanked him up. He wasn't really making noise, laid him on the trampoline. And then he postured in the nursing world. But it's like, if in the sports world you get hit or something like in sports and you like see them like lock up almost if they have like a brain injury or something, that's usually what they do. And so he wasn't really making a ton of noise, and he like locked up and just looked at me.
He like drew his arms up in his chest and was just like wide-eyed, staring,
just like looking. And that was probably for like 5 seconds.
That probably felt like a minute.
Yeah, I was like, Jack. But then he came out of it, and then he started crying, and he was like whining from there. He was just hurting, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
But it knocked the breath out of him. I mean, he fell 4 feet straight onto his side. Like, that would knock the breath out of anybody. And he has no fat on his body to break anything.
He doesn't.
So that was, but the sketch, if he would not have locked up like that, I would not have called 911. But the way that he locked up like that, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was sketch.
Well, and at that point, everything happens so fast. So in your mind, you're like, what did he hit? What did he not hit? You know, like, I think you're pretty certain, like, he didn't hit his head.
No,
like,
he did not hit his head. Yeah.
But still, like, then he does something weird like that. So he did not tell me any of that on the phone. He just told me he fell backwards on the concrete. And so in my mind, he fell backwards on concrete. I'm like, there's no way he didn't hit his head. Like, he had to have hit his head if he fell flat on his back. But then anyways, like, they got there and his vitals looked fine, and Jack again was like talking and acting normal. But again, so at this point, let's say this too. I still thought it was concrete. I didn't know that it was a rock. So I'm talking to some really close friends are pediatric emergency room nurses at the hospital that I used to work at. And so I'm calling them, and it was actually the girl's baby shower that I helped host today. So I felt so bad. She's like, you know, on her baby shower high, and I'm like, yeah, Jack's dying. But I called her, and it's her and her husband, and talked to them, and they were like, I basically, for whatever reason, I have this, not fear, But I'm like, I don't want to go to the doctor and then like laugh at me for coming in. Like, I want to feel so validated in the reason that I bring my kid. I don't know if that's like the nurse in me of like, you could have done something at home or like.
Well, you also just don't want to waste trips. I
no,
mean, like
100%. We have a 7-week-old. Like, we don't need to be in the emergency room if we don't need to be. So I called them and I was like, are they going to look at me like I have two heads if we bring him in, even though he's acting okay right now?
Yeah, because again, fast forward. Well, I guess you made this on the way, but paramedics got there 10 minutes, checked him out, felt him up and down.
Yeah, like they pretty much were like, it's up to y'all.
By that point, he was fine. He was like jumping on the trampoline again.
Yeah,
already,
literally. But the nurse in me was like, if he hit something, like that doesn't, you don't always immediately throw up or seize. Like sometimes if there's some damage, like whatever. Anyway, so talked to them and they were like, yeah, I mean, I think you'd probably feel better if y'all went in, and I don't think that's a crazy thing to go in for, you know? So we left Tate with my parents, which was a big deal because I also hadn't left him with anybody. So that was fun. I just Band-Aid ripped right off, and we went, and Jack was like literally fine enough. He was like begging to eat, but I wouldn't let him eat anything because I didn't know if they were going to do anything. It was actually probably the most chill ED experience ever. Like we were in and out in an hour. Yeah. If that tells you anything. They were not busy at all, and of course I've got friends and I'm like asking, is it crazy down there? That were working, but they were so nice and so kind, and nobody made us feel dumb. But based off of everything that had happened and the way he was acting, they just felt like pretty sure that, you know, he didn't warrant like a CT or anything. Like, they felt he was okay, but obviously if something were to happen, then to bring him back. But
because there was not, like, out of all the checks, there was not one thing that felt off.
Yeah, like vitals are perfect. He was totally neuro appropriate. There were no, like,
he said his back hurt. That was it.
He keeps saying his back hurt, but like, come on, bro. He just fell straight down on it. Give him some Motrin. So, that was our night.
The crazy thing is that we literally.
Oh my gosh, I'm so mad at myself.
48 hours ago, we were talking about. We were like, I wonder how long we can make it before we take...
Like our lack of ER visit or ED visits. So, we talked about how we'd never taken Jack. And I was like, what are the odds we make it's like 5 without taking him at all?
We were like, I never went.
Yeah, maybe he'll never go. Jokes. And you know what? Truthfully, he didn't really probably need to go. Like,
yeah.
We didn't
like
do
it shouldn't really count as an ER visit.
Well, no, we went.
In the grand scheme of things.
We went because we're going to get a bill for it.
Yeah.
But I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep tonight if we didn't take him. Yeah. And I think you said this, but there are certain words and phrases that just like automatically make the red flag go up in your brain as a nurse or a doctor or whatever. And you talking about like posturing like that, like that's one of them. And of course I didn't see it. So it was just the way you described it. It's like his whole body locked up and he withdrew in like that and just like was staring. I was like, that is weird as freak. So no, like you don't mess around with that. But, they explained it to us and, the whole.
I was initially more concerned that like his back was broken. I was like, he just broke something in his back because the way that he fell was just because he was so dense. Like he just fell flat. Like there was nothing broke his fall. Like he just fell flat on the rocks.
It is really hard for me to sit here and picture that. Yeah. Like it makes me sick to my stomach to think about him falling like that. Ugh, it's so hard. Anyways, move on. That was our Sunday. So then it was fine. I know you felt bad.
Yeah, we both. What?
I said I know you felt bad because you were like, trying to hold down the fort for me to get to do all that. And
yeah.
But it was all
so. 0 for me, I'm 0 for 3. I guess I just shouldn't watch the kids anymore. I don't know.
Oh, is that what this is going to turn into?
We have an SOP built now. You don't go on the trampoline without closing the net.
I didn't know that we needed that in place.
He had been up there, no joke, maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Max. Like maybe 2 minutes. Like we usually do it. Every time we like really start jumping, it gets closed. And we just, I don't know, we just didn't have time.
Jeez.
Oh, man. That's why we need an in-ground trampoline so that crap doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm. But what I was tying all this back to is, us talking about reactions. You might feel differently.
You did good.
I don't feel like I was.
You've done pretty good in general. Like all 3 times, you've done pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I think I just remember, like, I try to think about when this happens to my friends, like, they'll call me and tell me if something happens to their kid and their husbands, whatever. And I just try to remember that, like, somebody told me this, and this is not a profound thing to say, but there's no one that feels worse about it than you.
Yeah, there's absolutely no, like
there's no one that
people.
feels worse about it or is more upset with themselves than the person that, air quote, let it happen.
Yeah, you can be emotional, you can be sad that happened. You cannot be upset at the person that, like.
Yeah.
I mean, now let me say this: would you call this true, like, legit negligence? No, this is not true, legit negligence.
Yeah, I was joking.
This was like, hey, we should have done this, but this is not negligence. I left you alone with a hot stove. Like, that's negligence, right?
He had been up there for, like you said, less than 2 minutes.
You do wait. Now, look, in the moment, you don't react, right?
Yeah.
You don't react in a moment of anger, right?
Well, because here's the thing too.
Because again, he still feels bad. The priority is the kid, right?
Yeah, the priority is Jack.
And
like,
even if I am
negligent,
negligent, even if I do leave a stove and he goes and touches the stove, I still feel bad. I still feel the worst out of anyone, right? Yeah. But then, at one situation processes, then you can look and be like, okay, what did we do here? Like, what? How did this happen?
Well, that's like when you left Jack on the couch and he rolled off.
I didn't leave him on the couch. I was like standing right there. I remember. I was standing right there. I watched him do it.
That's better.
Yeah, I was standing 6 feet away from him. I just couldn't get to him fast enough. Same thing as today.
So you left him on the couch.
Sure, yeah, I guess. You could say I left him on the trampoline then, I guess. Same difference. But, yeah, no, you have to, like, and I would say something that is something that we actually do fairly good at, is like,
yeah,
our reactions.
You're way better than me. I just happen to be chill about it when it's the kids, which is actually shocking.
Yeah, it is.
I also just feel like maybe it's because that stuff that I don't really get worked up about that stuff in general.
Yeah, I mean, your nursing experience has probably helped you with some of that.
Like him getting hurt, like, really doesn't. Not that it doesn't faze me, but it doesn't freak me out.
No, but I will say, like, if Jack never got hurt again, awesome. Cool, yeah. Great, right? Like, I don't ever wish that, like, I know there's probably people listening. You've had a traumatic injury. You've had a kid that got
right.
really, really hurt or something, right? So I don't want to make light of that at all because we have not had that. Today was the closest thing, right? Today was the most scared I'd been. Like, I mean, I was scared enough that I was like, I immediately called 911. There was no questions asked. Like, as soon as I get my phone out of the pocket, I was calling. I don't wish that on anyone.
Oh, yeah.
That feeling of like having a kid that's hurt like that, like that's.
How did you feel? Were you scared? Like, did you feel any ounce of fear? Like, it was just you and him. Like.
Oh no, yeah, it was sketchy. It was definitely scary.
Yeah, I just have wondered.
It was and it's just like you have this. Our parents told us this growing up. Everyone's parents, like, you just don't know until you have your own, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just don't. You can't understand. You cannot understand until you have your own. Like.
Yeah.
Because I felt the exact same way when...
The shower?
No.
Oh.
When Johnson was acting scared about Tate coming out.
Oh.
Like, I could see it and you couldn't. But I knew. I was like, there's something not right. Like, this is not good. Yeah. And...
when in reality, it was freaking fun. So fun.
Kind of not really. We never updated that, though. You had your follow-up.
Oh, do we not talk about that?
No.
Yeah, but
we talked about this...
super briefly... I did ask him at my checkup, like, hey, we kind of noted, like, we joked about, well, the first thing I said was, we all still joke about how we can't believe how big Tate is, and we had no idea. And he jokingly, I don't think he was joking.
No, I think he was serious.
Was like, yeah, if I would have known that, you would have had a C-section. And I just was kind of like taken aback because I was like, oh, well, I don't know about that, but okay. So anyways, it's totally a God thing that we didn't know. But I asked him.
In so many different ways.
Oh, yeah. I asked him, I was like, it seems like you were pretty adamant about being ready for him to come out. Like, I wasn't getting much of a break. Were you, like, concerned about something? Like, were you worried about shoulder? And he was just like, he just kind of looked at me and he was like, yeah. He was like, I was starting to get worried about his shoulder because that head, it just like, he started to realize how big Tate was. And so he started getting concerned that I wasn't going to be able to get him out. So that's why he was like, rushing me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so no, he admitted to it.
So we talked about that. If you didn't hear that show, like I was watching, obviously, like there for the labor process. Savannah that was the least of her concern.
What was the least of my concern?
Watching his facial expressions and just
I was watching
his mannerisms.
I could tell that there was a little more. He was a little more serious.
Yeah,
like
I mean, he was not.
There was no
like with Jack. He was like, "Come on, you can do it," and then he'd take a break, and then he'd talk through it, and we'd sit.
Yeah,
here
there was nothing lighthearted about him in those moments.
Was all gas, no brakes. Like,
all gas is the way to describe how that went. Yes,
like literally wide open. So yes, like in that moment, those feelings came on. I was like, "This is scary."
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't wish that on anybody. Like I told you, I can't imagine going out and having like seeing a traumatic like a kid get hurt because like and not in the sense of like breaking a leg either. Right? This is not.
Yeah.
If his arm would have been broken, I'd have been like, "Oh crap, you broke your arm." Like. Let's go get this fixed, right? This was more of a like, did you just break your back? Are you internally bleeding? Like, that was what was scary. It was not. Yeah. It was not like you broke a bone or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It may feel different when that happens, but I'm like, that's not. I'm not on. He's on his deathbed, right? Yeah. This is like you could be paralyzed right now. And the way that he didn't move, I was like, "Can you?" I was literally asking him, "I was like, can you move your toes?" And he would wiggle his toes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
I think you're right. I do think some of my like maybe like the critical care experience like does allow me to be a little more like calm in those situations.
But you've never experienced one yet. I will give you that. You've never experienced one in person. You've always been on the phone.
Yeah, but I've always reacted to it. Like I've always been there right after.
Yeah.
But the actual it happening, like
except for the couch.
Well, yeah, but there was nothing to do for that.
No.
You just called me immediately. But no, I mean, you think about it, like, that was what my job was. Like, reacting to those things.
Yeah, but they had already been through some layers by the time they got to you.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Like,
for sure.
Seizures and stuff, like, they could just start happening.
Yeah.
They could just start bleeding. Like, you don't always... No, like, yes, it is a relatively controlled environment, but sometimes it's just you and the kid.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out until somebody else can get in there and help you,
I've been wanting to install in-ground trampolines for a while, and I'm going to be an advocate.
This is the push
them.
now.
Yeah, I'm going to be an advocate for them. So.
No, what I'm actually more concerned about is the pool. My parents have a pool, and there is a fence, but it's not, like, only around the pool. Like the...
Yeah, but there's no way he can get outside.
I just wish we had what our friends
There's double measures in place.
Yeah, I know. It just makes me nervous. You just see stuff.
Yeah.
No, but have you seen those pool fences? Like, you have.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah, that's just... I mean, it's, of course, to save a life, it's like the inconvenience doesn't matter.
Right. But are we gonna stop having young kids around the pool?
Yeah.
Like, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we should potentially. Yeah, that's a conversation to have.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like getting some type of locks on the gates or something, some type of like child safety locks from the house, like so you can't come out from the yard into the back.
Yeah, because those are the most, universal.
Yeah. There's
gates.
Like a latch open and close. Yeah, he can't get out of the house. There's two.
Can't get out that front door.
There's two stopping points to get out from the back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the front door.
What do you mean two? He can get out that side.
No, but
if it's
locked, he doesn't know how to unlock it yet.
He can reach it.
Oh, well, there's one.
Anyways, yes, we have a lot of conversations to have going into summer about water now that he is much more able.
I don't know. Do we know anybody personally?
What? That has
lost to drowning?
I don't think I do.
I don't know that I know anybody personally, but we've had like the biggest radio host here locally lost his son. That. He was like 4.
I can't think about it.
Yeah. What did you ever find out about the...
Nothing's been posted.
Nothing been posted or anything?
Yep.
Apparently there's some social media girl, right?
Yeah.
That's like rumored to have had something happen.
A child in Arizona, a 3-year-old little boy. First responders like pulled him from a pool unresponsive, and he's in non-critical care.
That's what...
And people are saying that it is like one of the more famous influencers on social media.
If you were listening and had that, I am so sorry, and will never make light of that. I can't fathom that feeling. Like that, what I felt today, that times 10, can't fathom it.
But anyways.
So
yeah, but I think that's something that we're not like working on, but trying to be mindful of is our reactions to each other in those situations, because it is so... I could see how somebody would easily like get frustrated, like you're watching them, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But again, you just have to remember, like, nobody feels worse about it than you.
Well, and honestly,
and like, what do you freaking think? You did it on purpose?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Okay.
Again, and there's deeper issues. There's deeper conversations to have. Post like, hey, kid's okay. We're recovered.
Yeah.
We're home. We're not hot tempered. Like, you gotta be safe, right? You can't be negligent.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, there's like you said, nobody feels worse about it than the person that it happened to.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I just feel like your response immediately in those situations towards your spouse says, like, not only like says a lot about, you, but also like that tells your spouse a lot about how you react to them in those situations, and
how you like truly feel.
Yeah. And like, you wanting to, I don't want to get weird, but like you want to like cultivate and create like a safe space to be able to tell them things. And like, this is maybe a little different because like you wouldn't have been able to hide that from me, right? Like it wasn't something you could have not told me, but there will be things that you'll have, like, what the heck? Are you kidding me?
They're never going to go away.
Put a for sale sign in the yard. I'm not even kidding.
There's a big snake calling in the room right now.
No, there's not. What's wrong with us? One night the basement door opens.
That was sketch.
But anyways, no, like there will be things that you don't have to tell. You know what I mean?
Yep. And how you react.
And how you react.
It's also
that's something that
goes so many ways. Like, that marriage, yes. Most importantly, probably yes. Like, but that's all the way down. That's just a leadership trait. Like,
oh yeah.
How I've told the story a million times. Lead guy that works for us now. When he was coming on his first 2 weeks, he was like, something happened one day. He broke something or something, and he was like, I was literally waiting to commit to work to you and work with you until I saw how you handled a situation that went bad. And he was like waiting on me to fly off the handle and cuss him out or whatever, and the guys don't do that.
Yeah.
And
you're also, now granted, you are a very like cool-tempered person. I understand this does not come naturally to a lot of people, and it's something you have to work on. It does not come naturally to me. For whatever, what is it? Does it say something about me as a mom? Like that, I don't really react that way when it comes to them. Like, obviously, I was concerned. Like, I was very anxious.
You have to. I think from a healthcare standpoint too. You've seen parents react and quote unquote overreact, but like. You can't act crazy in those moments.
Right.
Somebody has to have a head on them. Like, somebody has to be able to sit here and be like, make conscious decisions
Yeah.
Have conversation.
I'll say actually two things that it totally could be. Maybe it could be that it takes a lot to like genuinely jolt me. Like when it comes to that jolt. Like
Jolt. There you go.
That's what I said. Jolt.
Bolt.
Shut up.
Savannah cannot say OLT.
Bolt?
Bolt.
What do you want from me? Bolt. That it takes a lot to like rattle me. Is that okay? And two, it could be that I'm like low key in a state of shock. Like there's no way that you know, that he actually has something wrong. You know? So I could see it be either.
Yeah, I hope we never have to go through sickness or anything like that.
I feel like I was on track saying something just then, and I don't remember. Working on my reactions, I guess. Oh, like it not coming naturally. Yes. That is something that
I would say the majority of people, it doesn't come naturally to.
Yeah, you're probably right. And it probably is situational for a lot of people. Like there are things that clearly will, you know, kind of get you more than other. But, that's been an aspect of us in our marriage. And like for me personally, like that we have like had issues with in the past and that I'm actively working on.
Yeah, and making huge progress.
Well, good to hear that.
Yep. Day to day, little actions. I mean, it's instances like this where you see the true you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no faking it. There's no, like, we're not making this up. So.
Yeah, real life.
Real life, baby. But there's our weekend. A little crazy. So,
fun times. What you got this week?
I have to go do my civic duty. Go do jury duty tomorrow, which is going to be great. Get paid $12 a day.
Yay.
And miss out on a $30,000 job that I'm supposed to be doing this week. So
it really comes at the most inconvenient times.
I'm praying that they let me go. That I can get there. And
everyone say a prayer when
please.
You hear this.
If you're listening in real time, I'm probably sitting in a courtroom right there. There's no telling. Now, I will say, if it's a good case, I would be in for it.
Jeremiah's gonna like.
But if I get in there
fun.
and I would 100%, I would be glad to do it. If there was a good case going on that needed some legit people with common sense and good brains to be the jurors, I would do it. But
how many do they pick?
It just depends. I think like 8 per
Out
case.
Of how many?
Oh, I don't know. There's a ton that show up. I've done it one time and I got released.
I feel like most everybody gets released.
Yeah, I think the majority do.
I've never.
But I mean, this is also Jefferson County. This is not St. Clair. So like Jefferson, we're going. This is murders every day type stuff. So.
Oh my gosh.
It depends on if it's. I don't know if. I think there's 2 sides. You can be called the criminal jury duty and like civic jury duty. So I don't know which one that I'm going to.
Criminal would be more fun.
For sure. Yeah. Or I would just be like, get a target on my back and get assassinated or something.
Yeah, that's true. Don't make eye contact with
anybody.
Don't
Exactly.
make eye contact with anybody. How long do you have to sit there before you find out?
St. Clair was like 3 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, the waste of half a day.
Jefferson County's trying to be way longer.
Exactly.
Wow. That sucks.
Taking my laptop and hopefully I'm going to get some work done. But
there you go.
Anyway, guys, that's the update. Everybody's well. Everybody's okay, thankfully.
Yep.
So hopefully we can keep on trucking, have a good last a couple weeks here, get into the good stride of summer.
Yep. Because what do we have next week?
No clue.
That's
Our anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that guys? Why is that just a guy to girl thing? You married me. Kill that thing right
You
there.
asked
Kill
me.
That thing. Kill that
No,
thing.
what?
Kill
Oh my
it.
gosh.
That definitely didn't kill it.
Well, you just started yelling at me.
Why is it guys have to treat girls? Like, I'm happy to do it, but like,
are you?
I'm very happy to do it.
Are you?
I'm very happy to do it, but feminists want to sit here and
Clearly.
like claim about women's rights.
I don't.
You married me the same way that I married you. It's 50-50.
You asked me to.
And you said yes, which
But
means
you
you're in it.
initiated. But you
Did I? Because you said I love you first. So.
What does that have to do with marriage?
Well, you said you want to get married before I did.
You don't. You're totally making things up.
No,
Your
that's
reaction.
facts.
You don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
I do. I remember word for word.
Sure you do. He's lying through his
Anyway,
teeth.
we've been married for 5 years.
A whole hand.
We're so old.
People are listening to this like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, no, literally, they're like, we're on our third hand. So.
Yeah.
No, it's been good though. It's been a fun 5
Yeah,
years. We were
what's so
joking.
funny?
We were supposed to be in Hawaii.
Honolulu.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in Hawaii.
Yeah. We said that's
year.
where we went on our honeymoon. And we said on our honeymoon, like every 5 years, we were going to go.
We may be
funny.
back at 10.
Maybe. It's just not. I forgot about it until we were talking about it last week, and I was like, "Oh shoot, that's just this year, isn't it?" Well,
Yeah, you forgot about it, so like I get a
little
break.
late. No, not our anniversary. That we said that about going back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I tried to say we should go with the kids. Jeremiah won't take them.
Somebody pay for our flights to Hawaii, and we'll go. I can stay for free, but
Yeah.
I'm not paying for those flights.
The flights are crazy. Also, don't think it'd be worth it. The flights with the kids. That'd be a little
those
crazy.
flights took 14 hours. Craziness. Absolute craziness. So, anyway, we got a big week ahead. More rain coming, more work to do. Together in Trade's right around the corner, though, if you don't know that.
It is.
3 months?
August,
June, July?
June,
Yeah,
July,
2.5
August.
months probably.
3 months. 3 months, I think, from like this weekend.
It's that late in August? I thought it was early August.
14th and 15th.
Yeah, so yeah, 3 months almost. It'll be before you know it, though. It's Savannah, Georgia. It's going to be some great people, great speakers. It's going to be a great time, just truly and transparently. It's going to be hot. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
It is definitely going to be hot. If you've never
Don't kill it.
never felt heat,
Jeremiah, please stop.
well, I'm trying to kill it there.
On my pillow.
I'm about to get it off.
Oh, my.
If you've never felt heat, you're going to feel heat. This
No, don't.
in Savannah. Can you roll the show?
You.
Close us out. This is all you, baby. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.
Okay.
Close us out.
I don't know what you say. Thanks for being here. Well, I don't. How do I not know what you say? Thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody has a good day. We'll catch everybody here on the. Oh, without any further ado, that's gonna wrap this one up. We'll catch everybody. What? And we
Look forward to catching everybody here on the next one.
boom.